What's going on, guys? It's your boy Darefull here, and I have a story for you today. I was in my Calculus 2 class. Now, my teacher is Russian. I thought he was German because his last name, but we're not going to get into that. That's not why I'm telling you the story. So, today I was in math class, and usually in class, in college, you have a roll that goes around, everyone signs a sheet. And this was like at the beginning of class, people were still walking in or whatever. So, I had the roll because everyone else had it, and they've signed it already. There's some people coming in late. We're trying to make sure everybody got the roll because we won't want anybody left out. So I got the roll, and I think everyone else in the class got it. So I sit in the front of the class, but I sit in the far right of the class, or you could say the far left from my view. So I was at the far left of the class, and I had to walk to the middle of the middle of the front to put the roll on the teacher's, not his desk, but there was a table where you put his stuff right there. The class is pretty small compared to how many desks are in the room compared to how big the room actually is. There's like a desk, and then there's like probably six by like nine, 6 by 9, desk in the classroom. That's a lot. That's 54 desks in one classroom. Most of the time they're full, but people drop the class, so stuff like that. But I'm not really gonna sidetrack too much. So I got the roll, and I walked to the front of the class, like I always do, or sometimes that I have to do, and I put the roll on the table. He turns around. Mind you, my teacher is Russian. He turns around and he's like, "Stop!" He's like, "Stop walking in front of the class." I'm like, "Whoa, do you need to?" Boy, I was just like, I wasn't afraid or anything. It kind of got me off a little bit, but oh my word, like his face. I didn't see his face. I kind of like looked the other way, kind of like went back to my seat because I was just like, I didn't get it. Like all I did was I just he just thought it was so distracting and annoying. Like he's a Russian teacher, so like he's like no talking or nothing like that. So it's just like he's gonna be like that anyway. But I was just so surprised. He was like, "Stop looking in front of the class. It's very disruptive." And I was like, boy. But it didn't set me off too much, But like I got into the fact that like you have like your teacher, and if you're smart or whatever, you answer a lot of questions and you pay attention and all that. You would kind of think that the teacher would like you a little bit more, but no, it was just like he completely forgot who I was in the class and just yelled at me. I was like, I was just like walking away. I couldn't do it. And then afterwards, wasn't a big deal for me. But that honestly, that was the first time I got yelled at by a teacher. Like all the way up till elementary school, middle school, and high school. Like I never been yelled at by a teacher, but today was the day, and it was for something as little as putting a piece of paper on the table. I'm gonna let you get the role, but you wouldn't be mad at me. But that's not really the whole story yet. Okay, so occasionally, sometimes people either have something to do, or the fact that his Calculus 2 is just boring, the way he teaches it. Some people just want to leave early. So, this guy, he sits in the back of the class on the right side, on my right side. So, it takes him quite a walk to get all the way to the front of the room, and then walk across the front of the room, and then leave. So, that's already a long journey. If I was in this situation, I wouldn't even get up. I'd just be like, I'm gonna just sit right here. I'm not even gonna. So, all right. So he packs his bags up and everything. He's trying to walk out the door. Next thing you know, he has his lanyard, and it's hanging out of his pocket or whatever. He's got his book bag on. He's ready to walk out. My teacher's writing on the board, so he's kind of like not facing us. So he kind of, if you walk quietly enough, you can just slip by. But I don't know, you might turn around and see you. He's not gonna be mad when you leave the class, but that day I didn't think anyone wanted to move out of their out of their chair. It was so crazy. Like we never see him yell like that. And it was at me, at me, like me. But anyway, so he's walking, and the table is it's like a trapezoid shape. So the bottom two ends, they kind of poking out, and he's trying to walk across, and his lanyard. Let me give you an example. So this is his lanyard right here. It hooks. It like hooks to the end of the table. Hold on. So he's walking, and it hooks to the end of the table. So it kind of like hooks on the book like that, and the whole desk just goes boom, and he just turns around. He's just like the look. Boy, if I could get like if I could draw his face, that would be so sick. But the look on his face just had me. It literally looked like he was about to take out a gun and just say spits now and start shooting everybody. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, and I just couldn't stop laughing at that. Like the whole class. Like, I was just laughing to myself. Pretty much the rest of the day, honestly, that was probably the funniest moment that I've ever encountered with like a teacher or professor, like being in college. That was just the funniest thing. Like, just when he turned, boy, going from confusion to anger in like a nanosecond. Like, he was just like, he was like, I was like, he started sighing and everything. I was like, boy, I was like, how you gonna yell at me? All I did was put a piece of paper down, and then when this kid walks by with his lanyard hanging out of his pants pocket, and it like drags the desk or the table like 2 feet. I'm just gonna sit there and just sign everything and not say anything. I was like, wait a minute, what? But you know what? It was that funny. Didn't even care. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I haven't uploaded in a long time, but I'm trying to upload, but my computer doesn't want to cooperate with me. So I hope you guys can leave a like, or you can comment on the video. Maybe a funny moment that you've encountered with a teacher, or maybe your first time being yelled at. Like I said, this is my first time being yelled at by a teacher. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Hopefully it'll upload soon. And if you like this video, maybe I do a little bit more stories like this since I can't upload Call of Duty. But anyway, thanks again. I probably said thanks 4 or 5 times, but thank you guys so much. Like, I'm still at 400 subs. I still appreciate all my 400 subs. This video is getting kind of long because I'm starting to say thank you. This is turning from a story video into a thank you video. But alright guys, peace out.